Hey, we're trying out a new gadget. I'm not much of a gadget guy, but I bought this in Mount Hope. Little brush, goes right on a drill. I don't have a cordless drill, I'm old school, but put it right on there and it'll brush the horses right off. I've seen people do this with a potty brush to clean toilets with, but this looked like a pretty good deal. Looks like it's gonna work good. It blows hair all over my face. Today we're working on Ziggy. He's a good boy. You know, besides grooming him, this helps desensitize him. I got mixed feelings about desensitizing him. I don't want a horse scary, and I want him to trust me out here and to, you know, be able to wave my hat around and stuff without him being afraid. But I don't want him so desensitized they're completely dull. So somewhere in the middle is what I like, you know. I always say that, moderation. But here we go. We're going to try the product. You can see I already took a couple swipes just in case Ziggy really hated it. I didn't want to show that on camera, and he didn't hate it. He loved it. Woo! Tell you what, that really gets the hair. Probably ought to tighten up my chuck. Well, that ain't my chuck. That's the other part, see? Product review. Tighten bolt. Well, first thing we gotta do to tighten a bolt is find a wrench. I'll bet it's not 5/8, 3/4. It's not 15/16, I guarantee. Woo. An adjustable wrench, it doesn't adjust. Well, we're gonna have to go get some more tools. Maybe we should start this video over again. Hey, we got him. Look at Nick. 3/4. You don't have a 3/4 inch wrench? What's this? This is a 5/8. That's mine. Now we're gonna get tools. Well, I've learned something already on my new tool here. Don't get it near the tail. I was just brushing in this area and got it a little too close to the tail, and I got it wrapped. I've been working on this for a few minutes, trying to get his tail out of here without cutting all the hair. Okay, he didn't have a very beautiful tail to begin with. Now it's going to be even worse. But one thing I've learned on the little project here, so. Well, the next thing I learned is this is metric. No, it's not. Or maybe that's 16 kilometers. Anyway, it's not standard. That's why my dad always taught me to unplug stuff. It's not standard. 3/4 too big and 5/8 is too small. So we're farmers. We always got a crescent wrench at hand. Anyway, let's get this thing going and see how we like it. We'll give the Weaver spinning thing a review. First advice is go the direction of the hair. So when I'm holding it up here, I go this way. Down here, I got to reverse the drill. That's pretty sharp, so apply light pressure, I would say. We'll get the collar bed here. Hi, buddy. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he just flipped $5 worth of hay out of the manger. What a putz. Maybe not $5, but a couple bucks worth of hay, and now he's going to stand on it. That's why you're my favorite, Ziggy. I think this is where this is going to be handy. Get that really clean when we clip mains and get the legs clean. Well, we've learned to stay away from the tail. He's a good boy to tolerate this. I'm going to reverse this. Nick, if you were a lion or some kind of predator and you were going to eat this horse for supper, where would you attack him? Where would you bite him first? I think I'd go right for... With that in mind, that's his vulnerable spot, right?
Yeah.
So they're a little sensitive there, so use caution. That's what I'm saying. You're a rifle hunter. You're thinking here. That's where I'd attack him with a rifle, but if I had to attack him with my bare hands and teeth, I'd probably go there. But I really don't have any intention of attacking this horse with my bare hands and teeth. Good boy. A little loose on the Chuck. Chuck Porter. Are you watching Chuck Porter? I met him at Mount Hope. Good buddy. I say good buddy. I met him once, but I liked him. He's got some beautiful horses out there in Massachusetts. Look at that. Now, they're sensitive here. I'm not even going to try to run that drill near his flank there. I think we just learned to keep that chuck tight, so we'll double check. Now, if I get kicked, this is going to be on film. You'll know it's my fault, not the horse's, but might be too early to try this, but let's see his reaction. Hey, partner. Whoop. Good boy. Oh yeah, let's keep that tail out of the way. There we go, guys. I'm going to recommend, first I'm going to recommend unplugging this. I'm going to recommend tying the tail up with a nail knot or something like that, because second, I just said to keep the tail out of the way, and then I accidentally hit it, and here we go. Maybe we should switch to different horses and get the short-tailed horses, Nick. What do you think?
Whichever works. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of short-tailed horses win horse bulls, to be honest with you. That's not to discount the pulling breeding, but there's been a lot of good ones that are short-tailed, come off a hitch sometimes. I'm glad he's a good boy. Oh, Lord. Gadgets. See, that's why I generally stick to the old curry comb and brush.
Maybe try taking it out and pulling it around.
Quit being so smart. Yeah. Nick says take it right out. There we go. We're gonna have to do a lot of extra brushing on there. We were getting his hocks nice and clean too. I think he kind of liked the massage. My advice, stay away from the tail. Stay away from the mane if you keep a mane on your horse, I reckon. Nick's advice, take the brush right off your drill if you're got it wrapped up. That's how you can unwrap it easier. This did not come with directions, by the way. If I was Weaver Products and I was going to give directions, it'd be real simple. Don't do anything stupid I'd put on the tag. Nick, I'm going to push him over the other way. All right, they teach us the horses have a right brain and left brain. We all know horses have a small brain. Literally, they do for their size. Get over, Putz. I'll get him. I'll get him. And so he was calm and good on that side. We got to make sure he's calm and good on this side. Just because he did his right side good doesn't mean he's going to be good on his left. There's some truth in that, but it's not, gospel. If it takes me 5 minutes to get him good and calm and behaving on his right side, it only takes 1 minute to do it over here on the left, usually. But there is something to the two sides of a horse. Of course, the best idea is to have a dry horse. I just don't have a dry horse. I'm ready to use this, and I wanted to do a little review here. We had to turn our horses out to get this hay in the barn here, so didn't have a dry horse available. Good boy. I'd almost recommend wearing a bandana or a dust mask or something like that. Good boy. Remember, don't get near the tail. We learned that lesson twice. Nick, I just refrained from telling the joke about pulling the tail out of the way and picking on you. Didn't really refrain, did I, if I said that? Good boy, that's about enough. Can't remember what way that's turning. Yeah, that's the right way. Stand back here and let's get kicked. Flip this way. Again, I'll hold the tail out of the way. That horse has got good hocks. Well, the best way to clean a horse is by using bedding, but bedding's been at a premium here on the Ainsworth farm this year, so not able to do that. Well, Nick, what's your opinion of the Weaver leather twist and turn here?
It works, not for everything, but it works when they get through mud.
Doesn't give a lot of
them.
Doesn't give a lot of information, but $21 I paid for it out to the Mount Hope sale. Can't remember the name of the place I bought it. Well, he's better than he was. Let's get him harnessed. We'll start a new video about something tangible here. Well, I guess that was tangible too, but something useful. Training a horse. What do you say, Zodi? Gonna add to the product review a little bit here. The Weaver drill with the brush on it. Boy, I was happy. I was doing a good job here, getting all the sorry folks, getting them nice and clean. And I'm thinking how good that's gonna work before we clip legs, especially if he was dry. And he's got a little bit of breed character. He's got some feather there. And the brush got wrapped in that, and he was a good boy. He didn't react too bad, but I yanked it away. I got it wrapped in his tail again. And so I guess my honest review of this, it's pretty handy. It gets them clean. They learn to, it really digs the hair and the dirt out. They learn to like it soon enough. Keep it long way away from the tail, or if you have a mane on the horse, or even moderately long hair, like down on the feet, you'll get wound up and make the horse nervous and get in trouble and painful for the horse. But overall, if you use some common sense with this and be careful, I think it's a good product. Jimbo here, Ugly Jim. The hair, that's why I called him Ugly Jim. He's the hairiest, longest haired horse I ever got. This is a horse that worked almost every day all winter, and he's still got this hairy. Not a big deal, it just doesn't look beautiful. But back to this brush on the product review on it. Man, the hair was flying. It gets all over me as much as it was anything, but we were really getting that long hair out of Jim, and I flipped it over and I went through here and held his tail out of the way, and I got to this longer hair here, body hair, the longer hair on his hiney. And wow, that wrapped right up in here and pulled. It must have hurt him. So kind of got a little bit mixed reviews on this. It will get the hair right out of there in a hurry, like up through the back and stuff. I'd limit it to that because, boy, you can get that longer hair wrapped up in here in a hurry and not good. I'll tell you where I am going to use it is on the legs. When they're dry, you know, when they're short clipped, maybe I'll clip them with scissors, or Jim's about 2 weeks away from being clipped. And the mane, before once the mane's clipped, but like right now, we're halfway through clipping his mane. So the process of clipping him, right before we run clippers, we'll run this, and it'll get him really clean, and it'll extend the life of our clipper blade. But I'll tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get in trouble with this, wrapping up some of this hair and hurting your horse and looking silly. Okay.